Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire in Fontus, some aliens. We're now in round 269. We suffered no losses nor kills over the intern. We have 8 decisions awaiting us. Quack Doctor is presumably being one of them. We're in new era. What was that? Crisis of violence.
Yes, sir.
We'll accept. I don't think it's going to succeed, but we'll accept.
Copy that.
Copy that.
Roger that.
Working through our decisions.
Copy
All
that.
these decisions aren't that hard.
Understood.
Like, even this one, that's really much just a, well, we pressed that button because otherwise it's just going to be bad, right? Because it's plus 50 to playing the extra political support. It's not really much of a choice. It's a choice between how do you spend your political power. Or don't you. And then it's bad that it popped up to start with. Plus 40 and rest is not great. Upgrade the small town to big town. Probably not.
Copy that.
Okay, metal's a bit low. But that's not initially a problem. How did the construction go? Railhead done, railhead done, railhead done. High-speed rail proceed at speed. Solar panel proceed at speed. Serpentization plant was delayed. Soil demilitarization plant has half a turn left on it, and social housing proceeded at speed. Okay. Okay, we got the new brigades. Basically into position. I'm gonna give them a turn to sort of get ready in their positions before we can them actually attack. And the artillery hasn't arrived yet. And where did we lose? I have an anti-tank gun somewhere that I apparently didn't move. Or I have moved, just getting confused with the artillery. There's the tank guns. Push them to the front. Okay. Victory-wise, we're up to 42.6. Don't think that's much of a growth over last turn. As much as we're putting more and more rebels into the enemy's rear area. See how much damage the rebels can get up to. They deal with the rebellion down here? It looks like they dealt with the rebellion down here.
Copy that.
Ooh, pissed them off. Nation. Give me an efficiency drive.
Roger that.
Fluff up the credit reserve.
Standing by. I'm on it.
Get some more people from the slave trader.
On it.
Yeah, I think we just cycled the turn. Next turn we'll have some actual fighting. And hopefully some of these projects will finish. We'll probably immediately go into the next demilitarization plant. But all the other ones will just sort of be happy with the completion. Oh, I suppose I can check to see how the laser machine gun compares compares to the charge Gauss. From a raw firepower standpoint, it probably won't necessarily be an improvement. Although from ammunition, because it's energy instead of bullets, it should be an improvement on that score. Round 270, we have 6 decisions. Deductions. We discovered beam guns. Not too worried about that. Again, it's mainly meant for dealing with liquid armor, which is not something we deal with too much. 10th Grenadier Infantry Brigade commander stands down. Someone probably far worse than him is probably going to take over for him.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Wilco.
Order acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
I'm on it.
Copy that.
Okay. Construction overview. Solar is complete. Demilitarization completed. Social housing completed. High-speed rail was delayed. Civilization plan that was delayed previously is proceeding at speed. Okay. I would like to continue the expansion of the social housing.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
You got problems with these people migrating away from here. At least they're in theory staying in the country. Plus the abduction events is not great. And then here, the demilitarization plant we want to continue expanding. We can go all the way up to level 6 in the capital. So we will go all the way to level 6 to maximize our yields.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And then over here, I think it is time to attack.
Birds are in the sky. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Birds are in the sky. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
We've only got 100 frontage, so we'll just use the ones in the targeted square that we're attacking from. Even if we attack from the second square or second hex, we're just going to be coming in with 100 frontage. So just 2 battalions each. Attack.
Engaging, sir.
Good job.
Move out. Mission accomplished.
Okay. So we've cleared out that area. I think only one of these artillery pieces are, in theory, ready to do fire. Well, we've only got the one here, right? We've got the one, and then we've got the AT gun. So let's get range attack fire.
Fire when ready.
Well, enemy artillery is proving effective. Actually lost some artillery in that bombardment. Didn't actually do much. Well, I guess we're replacing the old howitzers with the new howitzers. Just put some bigger guns in that unit. Yeah, I suppose we just gotta push. We're gonna overstack a little bit here, because I'm gonna bring the infantry and the armored vehicles in.
Going in. Mission successful.
We lost 9 subunits to 23. Lost one of the... I'm actually not sure if I upgraded my AT guns yet. I don't have upgrades there. See if we've got enough readiness to follow it up and drive them even farther back.
Attack formation. We need more firepower,
Not quite.
sir.
Although we did get a good exchange ratio. Another 23 destroyed to 2 of the attacking subunits. We got a basically narrow front advance here as we work down towards Nozen Girage. But even that's not going to be a big score. That's only a couple. Maybe 50,000 people. Oh, I didn't see what the comparison was between those. Let's take a quick look before we decide which one we're trying to take replacement-wise. So yeah, the game here is saying, hey, your new cycling guns are inferior to the Whirlwind 4s. Working with 475 soft attack. Your machine guns mainly focus on soft defense. About 1,900 soft defense to something with less than half in the case of the tripod assault laser rifle. On the other hand, these are far lighter. Far lighter. Which makes them good for low sort of upkeep on the front, right? So weight for transfer purposes is 7. Carry for transports is 5. It's got 2 upkeep with laser per round versus 16 and 55. Alright, so it's easier to ship those to the front, and they don't deplete the logistics quite as bad. And they're still twice as good as the regular infantry at holding the line. So yeah, I think we will swap over right now because we're having logistical issues in some ways, right? Well, maybe not anymore. No, I'll stick to the old machine guns then. It's tempting to make the transition. You know, keep not the cycling guns. Whirlwind. Yep, recruited too many. That's fine. Oh. 3 of you. Did I lose any of the tanks? No, we carried an armor defensive and didn't lose any tanks in the offensive. Okay. .6 at the beginning of the round. Don't have enough total power to do a call for rebellion again.
Copy that. Roger that.
Let's get some spies embedded.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that we can keep, as political power comes available, we
Yes,
keep
sir.
inspiring rebellions. And yeah, I think with that, we go ahead and cycle the turn. We queued up 2 new construction products to replace 2 of the 3 that completed. We'll see how the power situation is next turn with... well, we won't, because the high-speed needs... It's going to take 3 instead of 2. So, we'll let everything build and we'll see how it is. And whether or not we need to continue expanding that solar panel system. Oh, I just remembered we completed VTOL. Probably develop some interesting plans with the VTOL. See if we can get some viable, heavier transport planes. Should be coming around to us shortly. There we are, round 271. We got 5 decisions. Crisis of violence is ongoing.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Understood.
We'll take the roll.
Affirmative.
Might fail, as we did. This caused work habits to be reduced. Which port? This port? Yeah. This is one of the places I'm thinking of getting rid of, so we'll just leave it level 1.
Yes, sir.
It is at the point where I should
Standing
turn it
by.
back into a regular zone,
Yes, sir.
so we can get the zone loyalty back up. Or the zone loyalty is up, so we can get the adaptations or up.
Yes, sir.
Commander for the 10th Grenadier. Sure, you're not very good, but
Roger
you'll
that.
have to have the job. Then I should get some replacements in case something goes horribly wrong.
Roger that. Roger that.
So another question is, I haven't been keeping up on my cabinet. Ooh. How good is the Interior Counselor? Reasonable. Trying to make sure I didn't have another situation where we had, like the head of Secret Service, who was very bad at his job because we'd forgotten that they can get old and get bad at their job. Construction. Things went at speed. High-speed rail is complete. We should see the results of that next turn. And the turn after that, we should see the results of the serpentization plant. So we should be power positive. power that locally. Mining. I think we're good for turn or two. We need to upgrade that. Radioactive mine doesn't generate a lot of radioactives a given turn. So even though the numbers are real small, it's apparently not that small as far as radioactives is concerned. We're up to 4.3 on the victory score. Or 43 on the victory score out of 50 that we need to win. Still, the rate that we're going, long, hard slog ahead of us.
Birds are in the sky.
Oh, lost one to the enemy
Whiskey
machine gun fire.
Tango Foxtrot.
We got like one shell off before we ran out of action points. Okay. And yeah, let's attack. We want to drive them back if we can.
Move out. Mission accomplished.
Okay, we drove them back. They lost 23 subunits. We lost 10. What I was hoping I'd be able to do is actually push one of the reserve units up back up here. Down and split half new, half old, but quite have the action points to do that on the other units. Some of the armored vehicles could carry out an attack, but I don't think that's a good plan. Not unsupported without the infantry. You're working on the bazooka model. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna still have them focus on discovery. Definitely hyper-explosive, actinide tipped, ammo compactation, mines are not bad, heavy battlers, robotic soldier. We got lots of things we want to find in the tech tree. Not actually much that I really care about researching. Not too worried about the beam guns. We need bigger tanks really to make the beam guns work. And we're not on the right terrain for that. Automated turret is defensive in nature. We're on the attack, so. Otherwise, I do actually have enough political power. Go for another embed of rebels, maybe? Shadow Spy. Director, Secret Service.
Yes, sir.
Covert Ops. Old Rebellion 3. We'll do it down here.
Yes, sir.
Critical success. Another 20,000 population joins the rebels. The pain of failing advance. Lots of danger that we're just waiting to go away. And apparently I'm not paying the workers much more than the
Standing by.
standing civilian wage is.
I'm on it.
Go raise the worker salary a bit.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
580, 139, and 2 radioactives a turn. Going off of demoralization 5. Which you can tell is not great returns. This is not a good planet for mining, apparently. We're getting like half the metal, half the rares, and half the radioactives that it should be. Cycling that turn. Okay, around 272. 7 losses, nor made kills. We have 9 decisions awaiting us.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Most of these decisions are just basically confirming things or telling the CEO, like, we put the tax on you for a reason, we're not taking it down because we ask pretty please.
Roger that. Roger that. Aye, aye, sir. Copy that. Yes, sir.
Okay, summarization should finish next turn. Demoralization is going at speed. Social housing is going at speed. And to be fair, it only goes up to level 3 in that zone. So we'll be done in a turn, in theory. And then not need to revisit it for a while. We're doing the social housing because I'm trying to improve population happiness here so we can be running the slave trader event more often. Get more people in. Up to 43.2. The rebels are slowly taking the toll on the other guy's population.
Copy that.
Critical failure, taking us back down to 33. Okay.
in the sky. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Birds are in the sky.
Oh, appears they threw up a emergency SHQ there. Do they have a port there? They do have a port there. Okay, so they're actually technically getting supplies there. That's why they bothered.
Move out. All clear, sir. Open fire! Open fire! Mission accomplished.
So, the advance grindingly continues. It's basically not improving until we get all the way up to here, where we finally get to the point where it's going to be reliably wider than 3. And even then, well, at that point we're approaching the end when we get to starting this shimmy back down. But yeah, proceeding at speed, that's not bad. At this point, yeah, we're bottlenecking. Well, even that's not too bad of a bottleneck, but yeah, it's going to be that road. So I think I need to probably expand the truck station here.
Wilco.
Stem the walls for
Wilco.
something more than enough. And it's also tempting to build a rail connection that goes down there. No, I'm going to hold off for a bit. I don't have the metal. Because we don't want to delay anything else, because we've spent the metal on that. Social housing should finish. Urbanization plant should finish. We had to ship in power. Yeah, we shipped in power. We actually didn't ship in quite enough. Yeah, slight power shortage. Getting this urbanization plant in should help. We'll see. And yeah, as you can see, we've got 2 brigades here just waiting for a place to go. Thing to do. But I'm not shipping to the front because we don't got the frontage to support that at the moment. This port is vaguely ready to go. Yeah, I don't quite have the metal to do that. I need to save some metal up. Probably before we use it, we want to probably get the rail connection to it. Let's do an extension on the
Yes, sir.
transport contracts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next turn, the bazooka should be done. And that should just be a pure upgrade. We should just be able to smash that, apply that to everyone button, be happy with it. Yeah, the troops that go to the front is not particularly high. Wonder how much of this is... Well, a lot of this is probably due to the random rebels we've been throwing up in the rear. Having 60,000... Well, actually, we managed to do it 5 times, so 100,000 population defect rebels in your rear areas is not a good sign for external security. We suffer no losses, nor made any kills. We've got 6 decisions. It's around 273. Gain that new zone. Model, the Panzer model is complete. Research ultra capacitors.
Order received.
Echo Tracer and Radiation Cleansing are the most tempting right now. That's bonuses the spies. Radiation Cleansing we don't actually need, but that would give us another tech towards fusion and early orbital. And to be fair, to do anything really in the early orbital, I need the atomic fusion missile, right? So basically need the 4 in the atomics. The line from propulsion to early orbital is a bit sort of shrug-worthy. You almost need the 4 in the atomics anyway. The Echo Tracer spike hits can have a greater immediate effect. Let's go for that.
Copy that.
Okay, let's think about planes. Can I... Heavy aircraft 2 engine can run VTOL. So I could do run VTOL turbojets on it. Might actually be the heaviest thing that can run VTOL. Oh, and this is not a good planet for VTOL. At least not with the heavy aircraft. VTOL turbojet does not take off. Oh, I gotta upgrade the wings. Give it some wings. There we go. Now we can get it to take off. And then we'll probably want some fuel. Gonna need some range to be viable. And some cargo. Yeah, we can get 8K, 20 hex range cargo on this transport plane. That is an interesting play. Before I decide that's what we're doing, type-wise, got a medium 2 engine. Would it make more sense to do it as the 2 engine? That's a good question. Blueprint, medium 2, cargo. You know, the super large wings do make the difference. Okay, so yeah, we do want that 2-engine heavy aircraft as our transport plane of choice, VTOL transport aircraft of choice.
Order received.
Copy that.
Order acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once again, we will go ahead and offer Nebel, because we don't currently border Nebel. If I can find Nebel. There's Nebel. An offer of peace.
Copy that.
Still said no. Should have guessed. Then we continue the offensive, I think. First, we start with air recon.
Birds are in the sky. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Birds are in the sky. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
We do have some artillery at the front. Let's go ahead and do a preparatory bombardment.
Fire when ready. Yes, sir.
And then, if that's any indication of how the offensive is going to go, there's no one to stop us, practically speaking. Simply just rolling through what's left of that hex.
Going in. Mission accomplished.
Seven to 1 odds.
Going in.
Not bad.
Mission accomplished.
Okay. I suppose the HQs are not the best of garrison, but they're going to become the garrison. Slide them in there. Yeah, and our run down that area just continues. Yeah, no bottlenecking yet. Let's try to pull one of these brigades over as a garrison. That way we don't end up with a random division landing our backline here. That would be a bit of an issue. Okay, so we'll be able to walk into the city on the next turn. Probably allowing the HQs to pull out of the city to continue following their units south. Because at the moment I see no reason the offensive just doesn't keep sliding forward. Too many of the enemy units are just exhausted from previous turn fightings. Urbanization plan is complete. Social housing is complete. Truck station proceeded at speed. Soil demilitarization proceeded at speed. We'll see if this urbanization plant helps with the power, although enough was delivered that everything worked at speed. So it's just going to simplify the logistics lines where we don't need to ship power into the zone because the zone should make more power than it consumes. Oh, and we're seeing the power source go up because the way ultra capacitors kicked in. Which affects how much the battery banks store, and I think it affects how much power-based troops lose per turn. I think by default they 10% of the stored power if you don't have ultra capacitors or something. Prevents or negate portable battery energy loss and doubles the power bank storage. Yeah. So I think robot troops still eat power as upkeep, but like laser weapons and stuff like that have a natural drain that goes away. Fuel mix optimization's up at 58. Probably should roll something else for applied.
Standing by. Order acknowledged.
Is it mining
Order
techniques?
acknowledged.
Don't know if that affects offhand the demilitarization plant. Although even if this affects the normal mines, we still got the majority of our metal is still coming from the normal mines. %? Yeah, I feel like that must have been affected by ammo printer. Ammo printer I don't think added another building, I think just made the ammo factory better. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Oh, and before I forget, Fancy Scares, Mass Upgrade, SHQ 25. If the logistics support it, we will do all of them.
Yes, sir.
The logistics actually supported it, we've done all of them. So we were previously using this. None of those exist anymore. It is a significant improvement, although it probably isn't in weapons. So we're running from heavy RPG to heavy RPG. So the weapon's about the same. A little bit of a firepower increase because we've just improved how we do weapons since then. Mostly HP. So 400 HP to 800 something HP. Big increase in that department. So we should lose less than them attritionally as we advance. Okay. I probably don't have enough to both do the Shadow, Spy, and Call to Rebellion 3. Although apparently I don't even have a Call to Rebellion 3. I only have a Call to Rebellion 2. Although I could still apparently play that. Which, that I could run with a Shadow Lance, or a Shadow Spy. Let's get one deployed. Vector, Secret Service.
Yes, sir.
Covert Ops, Call to Rebellion.
Yes, sir.
Critical success, 12,000 population decide to join the rebels. Undermining the enemy just that little bit more. Okay, back to us. It's around 274. We got 10 decisions. Roaming Thieves is complete. Bacterial disease outbreak is complete. Or these are events. Bad events. Thieves, roaming thieves, blah blah blah. Bad events. 4 bad events in a row, probably due to the crisis of violence. Sexual delivery under demand. Cool. We've got the big boy. And we've discovered 4-engine heavy aircraft.
Yes, sir.
Come back to you.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Roger that.
Critical success.
Understood.
Success.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Failure.
Yes, sir. Roger
Critical
that, sir.
success.
Yes, sir.
Zone orders. We'll pay the workers we have them. For recruiting, we'll give them sign-up bonuses. Allow emergency food. Supply units before regular supply.
Order acknowledged.
Spies. Continue
Copy that.
bolstering the shrine educators. Blueprint-wise, we now have a new type of aircraft, heavy aircraft 4-engine, which can't run the VTOL. So these are the best engine I get there was turbojet, with the super large wings. We could, in theory, get 25, ooh, 33 hex range on these. Although then we need to get guns and stuff on them. 10K bomb hatch load. In theory, would do a whole lot of anti-infantry damage. Although, I dread to imagine the airfield that needs to take off, and the fuel usage. We'll develop it. It's not going to get filled because we don't get the fuel for it.
Order received.
Went too far. Okay, here, let's continue our assault.
Birds are in the sky. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Oh, you don't have the recon to do the recon move. Let's move you up. So you're in position next turn. Actually, moved you too far. I should really move there. Okay, it's part of the Thunder Run. You guys keep attacking.
Move out. Mission accomplished.
Crush the pocketed forces, please.
Move out. Mission accomplished.
Same here. Try to crush those forces, please.
Good job.
Okay. Effective turn, effective push. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep pushing. Construction overview. Proceed at speed. Truck station completed. Demilitarization proceeded at speed. Gotta save up a little bit of metal if I want to slap in some rail assets. Or some rail down here. Should help. Definitely help. Keep the logistics going. We're reaching the capacity to ship stuff down here, let's just say. Nation,
Roger
efficiency
that.
drive.
Roger that.
Back up into the solid numbers. And then we will propose peace to Nebel again.
Copy that.
Still didn't hit it. we've discovered shield generator as well. Okay. Okay. Let's cycle that turn. Yeah, let's cycle that turn. Coming up and where I should probably put the part break in for YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, as soon as this end turn is ending is where we're going to put the part break in. There will be another part for you tomorrow. We are going to record one more part today, so I can guarantee there will be one up tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, there probably is also going to be a part up, unless we somehow win in the next hour. Which I don't think is going to happen, although it isn't necessarily impossible. There's some decently large cities down here, and if we get a good breakout, which I don't think is going to happen, I don't think we're going to win in the next hour. But yeah, we should have a couple arts coming up if you're watching on YouTube. We're going to record one more part today, so if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'll take a short break between parts to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea. But otherwise, yeah, I think the run is going well. We'll be picking up next time at the beginning of round 227. Surprisingly easy turn up ahead. We got 3 decisions awaiting us. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.